Hey guys, another video for you today. Today I'm going to be talking about uh, God's love for His children. Um, I've realized a lot of things in life that I grew up on. Not necessarily something that was like taught to me, but something that it's just like you just hear it and then you believe it, kind of stuff like that about God and His love and how God operates. And I've come to the conclusion that I lived most of my life with an orphan spirit, um, just because of how I saw God versus how He actually is. Now, I'm going to give you a little insight onto that because that's a little extreme to say that I was, running this life, preaching the gospel, saying stuff that was like completely false of who God was because. None of that is, none of a lot of stuff I used to say is not true on the actual character of God as the Father. The biggest thing I've realized is that a lot of times as Christians or as people just positive in general, you hear this from all places of life is you go through some trials, you go through some heartaches, you go through some pain, and the biggest thing is like, God's just putting me through this so I can learn a lesson. God's just, taking me to the next level. He's just giving me this training so I can move on up in life, or God's just put me in this position so I can teach others, or how to also go through this. And you know what? I used to say that same stuff. But I don't want to follow a God that puts me through crap. I don't want to have a father that puts me through crap. That's a bad dad. That there right there is a bad dad, and I'm not about living my life for a bad dad. There's this guy named Bill Johnson who says, if his kids blamed him for the same stuff that we blame God for, he would be in prison for child abuse. Do you really want to follow a dad? Worship a God who abuses you? Like, that's not my God. My God is one that's like, He actually hurts with you when you're going through the pain. He hurts with you when He cries. He doesn't like seeing you go through it, but yeah, He's there in the midst of all the pain. He doesn't make you go through that. He doesn't say like, "Oh, you got to go through this because you're gonna come stronger on the other side. I'm gonna, put this pain. I'm gonna give you this disease. I'm gonna give you this sickness. I'm gonna cause your heart to be broken, so you become better and stronger." No, yes, things happen. You do become stronger through these things because there is a God, a loving God that does it. But God initially doesn't put you through this stuff. That's an orphan spirit. We go around saying like God did this for me, and God showed me the hard way, put me through this trial. And like, no, that's living in a old covenant mindset of what God, how God operated. It's not living under a new covenant and God taking us back to the garden where He originally planned to be our daddy. He planned to come to this world, or He planned to create His people to be a father to them. And that's what the whole entire gospel message is. Like, He doesn't put you through trials so you can learn a lesson. I don't want to follow a God like that. That's not the God I follow. That's not the God you should follow. You need to check yourself sometimes. I also need to. This is just, recent revelations even. Like, I've lived most of my life as an orphan because God, I saw Him as somebody that put me through hard times so I can come out better. That's not who He is. Hard times, difficult things just happen. They just freaking happen, and it sucks. And God's there in the midst of it, loving, caring. He is a good God. He's not a bad God. He is a good daddy, not a bad daddy. So I've been getting a lot of positive feedback on these videos, really encouraging. I hope they continue to encourage you guys. Your words, anything you say to me has been very encouraging to continue making videos, just little blurbs like this. Hopefully you can update your life and start to look at God as not putting you through trials today, but bringing you through, and he's walking with you, and his heart is broken for you. He actually hates to see his children go through pain. He doesn't put you through it to learn a lesson. So please feel free to share this video. Thanks, guys.